What's up, guys? It's your boy, and we're gonna review my second car, 2014 BMW F10. It's got a 4.4 liter V8, and I installed some beautiful exhaust on it, so it sounds like this. Sounds really good. Hey. Так, теперь у меня мы выехали. Sorry, I keep switching languages, and yeah, anyways, so this car is a 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo 163 TU. This is a 2014. It has the TU and not the N63, which is it's an N63 TU, so it's an upgraded version where they upgraded all the internals of the engine to make sure it doesn't fall apart like the N63 TU, the regular one did, and did a great job with it, because these cars are known to go for like 150, 160k, and this bad girl just got 88k on her, so she's definitely hitting her midlife crisis point, or somewhere past that, maybe like around 50 in car years. So yeah, anyways, this car is rear wheel drive, and the only downside this car actually has is it does not have an LSD, which if you actually drive this car, it really does not matter. You're never gonna feel this LSD, right? But only if you're gonna slide it, right? Then you're gonna really be like, wow, I wish I had an LSD. And they do sell differentials for this car with LSD, and I think it's around $1,300, and you have to get it installed and all that stuff, or you're gonna install it yourself. It's a lot of work. So, but if that's what you're looking for, it totally makes sense, right? So it's rear wheel drive, got 19-inch wheels, and it just drives superb. I had this car, and I used to road trip it around like 350 miles one way, 350 miles the other way, and this car is almost feels like an S-Class. It feels like a tougher S-Class, but I think if you were to put normal tires on it, because this thing is on what do you call it, burn flats, and the tires are harder, and there's more road noise, so you actually feel a lot more of the road than you actually would if you had like 17s and some regular tires, or even these 19-inch wheels, and what do you call it, and regular tires. Yeah, so they definitely knew what they were going for. So this is like a perfect road trip car. The only thing is it's a V8 BMW, which is kind of scary for some, because they're known to explode and shit themselves, so to speak. But yeah, the N63 TUs are doing pretty well. They're not like their counterparts, the N63s. And actually right now there's no, that's the funny thing, all the N63s already died out, and the only thing that's really left in the market is either already dead N63s, or like barely any N63 TUs, because most of them are, you know, being driven. So, but if you go and look for any 550, 650i or 750i past 2013, they're gonna have the past 2013. So starting in the year 2014, they got the upgraded N63 TU, which also increased the power from 400 horsepower to 445 horsepower, which is pretty huge, right? Considering this car is 4.2k pounds. So it's definitely on the heavier side. I would say it's an equivalent of like a Charger or Challenger, maybe somewhere in that area. So yeah, this definitely gives competition like Skypacks and some RTs. But if you were to tune this thing with either boot mod or JB4, you can push 550 from just a tune, right? And that's insane. And then you throw on some catalyst downpipes, and this thing's gonna sound insane. And these cars did come stock with launch control, so that's fun. It's always a good time. Take care of that. But considering this car is a 2014, it's packed full of features. It's got a heads-up display. It's got lane assist. It's got mirror assist for checking your blind spot. It's got heads-up display. It's got like warnings and stuff like that. And yeah, it really feels new. Like you were to sit in this car in 2023, which it's a 9-year-old car, right? It still feels like it's only 2 to 3 years old. That's like when I got this car originally with 48,000 miles in 2019, I believe. Yeah, 2019. And right now it's at 88. So this car did some driving. Did a lot of canyon driving in California area, Bay Area. And you would think canyon driving for this thing, it's a big boat, you'll never get around a corner, but that's not true at all. This car actually handles really well, considering its size and its comfort level. It handles extremely well. You throw some good Pirellis on it, or Pilot Sport 4S's if you're feeling fancy, right? And it's gonna handle like a dream. And I've never had a situation in this car where I was like, wow, I wish this car handled more, right? Well, of course, I wish it could handle more, but I never had a moment where I was like, wow, this car handles like shit. I don't feel safe in this car. This car, I feel extremely safe at all times. And not to mention its safety rating, which is extremely high. 5 Series were, they're packed with airbags. I think like every corner of this car has an airbag. So, alright, so now that it's warmed up, we can put it in sport mode. And let's put this up so we can hear the exhaust a little bit more. So the sport mode in this car is pretty special. Most sport modes just enhance the throttle response, right? With this sport mode, it actually it has magnetic suspension, so it gives electricity to suspension. It tightens the suspension, and the car gets a totally different feel to it. It becomes really tight and nimble, and you can really feel the weight of the car, right? And the steering, some people don't like it. Some people say it's too heavy, but I entirely disagree. If you ever had a 2010 BMW with hydraulic steering, this is not going to feel too tight. I mean, don't get me wrong, hydraulic is always better than electric assisted, right? But it's uncomparable realistically. But if you're used to driving a hydraulic, this is not going to feel like it's it's something too heavy or it's something that feels unnatural. But if you've always been driving, some fully electric steering on, like a Nissan Sentra or something similar, right? It's gonna feel extremely good. But that's the thing about BMWs. Once you start driving them and you get to any other car, it just feels bad. It feels wrong. Yeah, this thing flies. It's factory locked to 135. Don't ask me how I found out. 137 technically still. You can definitely go faster than that. Whenever you're all the way up there and you're really pushing it, it has one full gear, right? It has an entire extra gear it can go for, and doesn't even close this. This is an 8-speed. It doesn't even finish 7 gear whenever you're 135. So this is I don't think it's the M5 transmission. It's not a dual clutch. It's the ZF8, the 8-speed BMWs have, and most cars actually have ZF8s. A lot of cars have. They've really expanded their market. But yeah, anyways, this transmission is amazing. The downshifts, look, are so nice. So nice. And the shifts are smooth. But if you're to drop it and really launch it, right, then the shifts become almost like it starts power shifting for you, right? It's you really feel the car go, and yeah, hopefully we're gonna get a moment here so we can launch it somewhere, but maybe not. We'll see. I fully switched to a manual transmission. it feels good for daily driving, which I think it's what it's intended for. But I don't necessarily think it's that crazy, right? So if you want to have some fun, you got to get it above 3K. But if you have it in sport mode, it's gonna keep it above 3K anyway, unless you put it in manual mode, which I like to drive it and keep it whichever gear I want to, because those downshifts are sweet. And it does not have a burble tune, so this is stock. So just because I think that what this car has exhaust-wise, it has a M5 exhaust and it has a resonator delete, right? So it doesn't have like cat delete or anything. So it still has its resonator. Sorry, not resonator. Still has its muffler as well. So it's not like it's totally donezo. So yeah, we have the car wash, and this is its last wash. After this, I'm gonna go take some pictures and post it on sale, and yeah, say goodbye to this beauty. I gave her a name, Martha, because she's a big girl and she's got some muscle. She can get around, you know. She don't play. And anyways, I love this car. This car is fucking amazing. It handles like you're driving on a pillow. It's in comfort, and then you put it on sport and it becomes louder because it adjusts the tone. So yeah, that's about it.